Well, all right. Hello, sports fans. Um, get on this. I wasn't going to stream, and then my good friend Hisgar, who I play World of Warcraft with, says, "Why aren't you streaming this?" And frankly, I couldn't think of a good reason, so there it is. Duplicate tab here. Just getting set up. Just give me 1 minute, guys. Some of this, some of that. Down here, I do have at least one table coming up, or I'm in one game right now. We can get some more games going on here for sure. This is the one I'm playing. And I'll actually just put it down here, I guess. I'm playing in this one. There it is at the bottom. I'm playing that one in 30 minutes. I really need that one. That is into 30 players, get a $22 ticket. Should only take about an hour, hour and a half, maybe, to play this one out. But that's going to get me into a tournament for tomorrow. You can see down here with the satellite. And view target, you can't see this. It starts in 22 and a half hours. But it's a 35,000 guarantee. So first and second place pay the same, and then there's funds.
Why not maximize your dreams even further by finishing the tour with your own festival on your own island with all the artists you love? Dream to the max with Lotto Max. Download the Lotto Spot app now to get your tickets.
We who really travel are a different breed because we don't want what's scripted. We want what's real. We're not after escape or experience.
Yeah, so first and second place pay the same thing, and then there's a like a bounty that's attached to it. It's a $10 bounty. So first and second place are paying like $9,700 right now. Right? This kind of went sideways. What happened here? 5 players in that. I'm just going to check this one around. This is not a very good hand at this point, especially with 5 people go there. So just keep trudging. So yeah, I need that big tournament. What else do we have? Let's try and get another tournament open. Sunday sub feeder. What's that? Doesn't make any sense at all. He has an 8, I'm guessing. I mean, that's maybe, but it seems like a big bet to get in there. Let's play this one. Starts in 30 seconds, so that's good timing. What's this one? This is a Sunday sub feeder. So you should have 2 tables up at the moment that you can view for your pleasure. Sunday party sub feeder. 55.20, get a ticket. Okay, and there's 8 right now. And we're off. This is a pretty easy fold. Yes, too funny, too funny. Just Hisgar is just texting me. I was just commenting that because he asked me to stream, as I said a moment ago. I wasn't going to stream, but he asked me to stream, so let's stream it. It can't hurt anything. Why not? And Mrs. Frostmage and I have a social event this afternoon, so I probably am not going to be in any shape to stream later on. Sorry about that. I did not sleep very well. This is a good hand. What we got over here? Take that down. Goes runner straight for the nut straight, but he raised in between. So the fact that he just check called all the way along means I'm probably pretty good there. The one I'm playing. Is that right? No options. Okay. So we get some sound going on. So that's a good sign. Let's turn this music down. Let's run an ad. Let's get out of the way. What is over here? There we go. 6 high flush is probably not going to cut it there, huh? We got a 2-4. Oh, good. I did just see a commercial, so not that I want to do it, but you know, you got to do it sometimes. It's the sound of the weekend, baby. Hisgar, it's for you, buddy. I know you're working on building your fence right now, so you have fun out in that hot weather. I'm going to sit inside and drink a beer. That's what that was. All right, buddy. Let's get back at it here. Woot! There he is. There's the Hisgar man. Yeah, and again, because okay, so we are on a 5-min delay. Just so you know. So when you ask a question, it will be a couple minutes before it gets around, but that's on you. It's all you. Okay, what do we got over here? Got some, we'll take it down. Whenever you can take a pot. Jonathan Lindell says anytime you can, in order to win tournaments, you have to take pots that you have no right owning. Something to that effect. And forgive me if I've paraphrased that incorrectly, but that's what it is. So, trying to take pots that we have no business owning. 25 minutes till our big tournament starts. As I said, it's just a feeder, but there's a lot riding on that, on the outcome of that tournament. So that's a big one. And this tournament, oops. Yeah. So this tournament here is actually part of that, right? So I bought in here for 55 cents. 20 people are going to get a 330 ticket. That 330 ticket is actually a second bullet into the tournament that starts in 25 minutes. So this tournament has to be done in about 25 minutes.
Soundtrap is the easiest way to produce music. Start with a heavy riff, add some bass, and add some drums to drive it home. Make a song in minutes. Use Soundtrap, an online music studio that is easy to use, highly
I
collaborative.
screwed up there somewhere along the way. All right, let's just back at it here. Hisgar is, as I said, a young friend from World of Warcraft. He's learning how to play some cards, play some poker. We talk a little bit about strategy and how, and don't get me wrong, I'm absolutely the wrong person to ask about playing poker. Still learning myself. So I take it all with a grain of salt, of course. But I'm always open to constructive criticism. So if you think that there's a better way that I should be playing a hand to get more chips, then feel free to share and why you think that's a better way than what I'm doing. So let's just not talk about poker, right? People do things for whatever reason that they do things, and they do it because they believe that is the right thing to do. Otherwise, they would do something else. So poker just happens to be part of that, right? We play poker, we play our hands this way because we think this is the best way to extract value. And that's what it is. That's what it's about. It's about extracting value. Right? Talk to Mrs. Frostmage a lot because we play poker with friends and whatnot. And it's not about trying to screw our friends over for $20 or whatever else. That's not it, right? But we do play in the casino sometimes. We do play like real live tournaments. So you gotta play well sometimes. So my comment to her is always this: you're looking to extract value. You have to play in a way that extracts the most amount of value. So that's what this is about, right? Also, Hisgar, pay attention. This is important, or I think it is anyway. So you can see that there's a black top on the screen, and there's a blue top on the screen. And so those things mean different things. It turns out I also have a green one, and I also have a red one. So I put, when it's early on in the tournament, still, right, there's only 14 people here. When the rebuy period is done in this, it goes until the end of level 12, so that's like 30 minutes from now. Something like that. I will switch it over to the blue. So now this means that we're out of the rebuy period. And then we continue on to the next phase. And once you're out of the rebuy period, then you make it into the money. And once you're in the money, then you make it to the final table. Right? So at a glance, while I'm playing, because I play multiple tables at a time, I can just look up and see what stage of the tournament each one of these is in, without too much thought about it, right? So so I think tournaments are broken down into at least four portions, 4 parts, right? In terms of a tabletop. I also think tournaments are broken down into 4 parts of slow, fast. It just depends on which part of the tournament you're in, because those 2 things don't necessarily equate to the same. Oh, see, I love that when that happens, right? Throw that I gave a kiss there. Why is... Because he's behind. He has to hit here. I don't, right? That's why it's so awesome. Right? Here it is again. Oh, that's too bad. Oh, Hisgar. Yeah, Hisgar lives in the US, and I live in Canada. Not that that's necessarily relevant, but he just sent me a text, of course. Why is the delay so bad? Oh, wait. That kind of makes sense now that I think about it. Yes, that's exactly why there's a delay, Hisgar. When I play World of Warcraft, there's no delay, right? There's no reason to have a delay. I just play straight out, right? And I encourage conversation in the text or like in the chat box. Please use that as often as you can. I need to generate some feeds, some feelers, some views, all those other things that go with it. So anytime you can add in the chat box and participate that way, that's awesome. I encourage them. The delay in poker is because of my cards. Right? You can go online in Twitch, and probably Kick actually for that matter, but on Twitch, and see other poker players where they have no delay, but they cover up their cards here so you can't see them. And then they almost never show you their cards. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, by the way. It doesn't work for me, and the reason why it doesn't work for me is because now you're the entertainment. right? You have to keep speaking and talking for the whole time that you're streaming, and it's tough to do that. Unless you're drinking beer, of course, because then, oops. Get my PBR in there. And there's a commercial right underneath me. Like right there, there's a commercial right now. Oh, that's delicious. Just the right temperature. So we are playing this one right here. We're playing both of these, of course, but this one, we're in level 4. It goes to level 12. It's only 3-minute blind, so it's a bit of a hyper. We need to get down to 20. And there's going to probably be 60 people in this tournament, so we got to get down to 20 to get that ticket. That ticket's going to get us into our this one right here. 30, you get a $22 ticket. And this $22 ticket, you can't see, there's 31 people in it already, but it's a $35,000 guarantee, which is important. This one here, what's this one about? We are playing in a Bounty Hunter 8 Max, so every time we knock people out, we're getting a bounty. Queen 9's a bit too tough. Let's look at this one. So I'm currently 27th of 52, and 39 make the money in this one. Right, so I've made, I don't know, where am I at? 27 on this. So I bought into this tournament for 22 cents, and I'm up 17 or 15 so far, right? So I'm down, it's cost me right now 7 cents to play this tournament. So I'm losing money. So you got to make the money, and or you got to knock people out. Right? This guy just got 9 cents added to his piece. Let's come over to this table. This is going to be helpful. Dawn Auto. We have a premium hand here, so we will be raising this for sure. Just a matter of what it is. Raise there. Let's put some pressure on the guy. We are in position, so it doesn't have to be too large.
The Toyota Tundra is redefining grit.
So he's thinking about it here. That's going to be a fold. If he jams, I mean, we're not folding jacks, right? Jacks is at the bottom of our range to call off. Well, it's the middle of the pack of our range. And 8 bigs is a lot of chips. So we are going to bet heavily. Like, we're going to bet enough to put him all in for 8 bigs. So it's going to look like we're just trying to steal him. But yeah, he has to have a set to call. And there should be no 2 pairs in his range at this point, right? 7 deuce or 7-10. That doesn't make any sense. So, but we don't want to have an overcard roll off. Right? That's why we want to put incredible pressure on this guy. Is it not that it really matters at this point, but you can see here that I'm 3rd out of 16 people, so it's not too far gone yet. What's over in this one? We got A7. This is not a very good hand, but we are in the big blind, so we'll just check it. This is an easy check fold, right? So this on the surface looks like a good hand, but this is not, right? If a 9 comes, any queen is going to beat you. 2 pair, people play Jack 10, 10 9, 9 8. All of those are beating us at this point. They play Ace Jack, they play Ace 10. So there's just not one card that can come off that we would call a bet to. So we'll just try and get to cheap showdown, and maybe our ace is good enough, but I doubt it. Yeah, see, that's exactly it. And this is worse because he's in position. Why would you call that hand off? He's only got like 14 bigs. That's okay. People do all sorts of crazy things, right? But it's about extracting value. This guy can call that from that position. This guy cannot. Can't afford to do it. So you're going to get big stacks. They're just going to, and this guy as well, big stacks are just going to start pounding on the little stacks and just 2-bet, 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 2-bet over and over and over again. And this guy's going to get frustrated and push back, and he gives up the 2, and then he just does the same thing the very next hand. I mean, it's a bully tactic, and it's great. I love it. I do it all the time. All right, what do we got over here? So this is what happens sometimes. Sometimes I get distracted. Who would have thought getting distracted playing poker would ever occur? Okay, so let's slide around here. This is a good one, right? You can see that this bubble has come up here. I'm 30th out of 46, and 39 make the money. So we've got to lose 7 people, which is essentially one more table. But it'll be... I don't see anyone else in here. I feel limited somehow. Hey, someone always has to be the first person. One of the... that's a great one. From a philosophical standpoint, I got this example somewhere in university. I forget the exact course, but it was people, like the first people that do whatever it is that they do. I mean, the greatest risk takers, they do whatever it is they're going to do, but it's always the second person that adds legitimacy to the first person, right? The first person just gets up there and starts dancing and doing some crazy in the field all by themselves and feeling the music and doing whatever it is they're doing. And everyone's like, what the hell? Is this guy crazy? But when the second person gets up there, then everyone else goes, obviously they're just dancing to the sound of their own tune. So they're dancing to the beat of their own music, right? We just check this one. This guy could have anything at this point, where we only have ace high. So you got to be able to have wherewithal to just fold sometimes. What's this one over here? Come back to that. What's this one? So we're back up here. As I said, I was 30 out of 45, I think. Now I'm 29 out of 42. So 39 make the money. So we've got to lose 3 people. That's it. And then we're in the money. 39th place, 39th place pays 22, which is exactly what it cost to buy into this tournament. So when we lose 3 people, I will be in this tournament and I will be up for 15, right? So now I'm just free rolling. And this is how you do it. You just kind of be wherewithal and be able to fold, and play better than. This table is paused while we're waiting for the other tables to complete. So now we're at 41. We're waiting for 2 people to fold out. That's what's going to happen. Just waiting. Let me just jump down and take a look here. So now we're on the stone cold bubble, right? 39 make the money. 40, we have 40 people. We're not going to play another hand till we make the money for sure. But outside of that, Exclusive is his name. We're going to open up a table and take a look at him. Exclusive's got 0.6. So he's going to be all in the very next hand, because he's the big blind next hand. Doesn't even have enough for the big blind. So we're going to make the money. As in the sub party feeder, how many are in this one? 26 people. We also started with 220 people in this tournament. I don't know how relevant people need that information, but that's important. What was I doing here? 220. Queen 10 on the surface looks good, but this is a folding hand. 220. Where's the 220 people? Rebuy. Hi, Frog. Hello, hello, hello. How are you doing, young sir? Got a little bit of poker going on today. Our good friend Hisgar, who's just a little bit above here, he sent me a text a little while ago, and I told him he wanted to visit for a bit, and I wasn't able to. Asked me if I was going to stream this big tournament. I said, well, I wasn't going to, but now that you ask, why can I not? How can I not stream it? So here we are. We are streaming at least for a little bit. We've got, you can see they've got two tables going on. I've got this blue one here, and I've got this one here. And my big tournament that I'm really looking to play to stream actually starts in 7 minutes. That's the one we're looking for. Okay, and we now are in the money, so we're going to change this into this one. 29 out of 37. 29 out of 37. So everything in this tournament now is just a free roll. Right? We're already up. We've already made all of our money. So now you're going to see lots of this push, push, push back and forth. People are just trying to get into the money, and now that they're in the money, now they have very little chips, and they're just going to blah. Right? That's exactly what's happening here. There could be some case to do that, but I'm not gonna punt off on that. Turns out that was a good non-punt. So he gets a triple up, and he's going to get the rest of his chips, and he's done. Or pretty close to it. Now he might go off on this one as well. You can see how few chips we have. You can see these three guys are just ripping this tournament up. Cap is a chip leader, Foxwall is second, and Nada here is in 10th place in the tournament. This I would suspect to be a good tournament, or a good hand to limp, because he knows that this guy's going to jam, so we're going to get out of the way. Which, of course, we do. Let's come back to our, yeah, oh, look at that. Yikes. Zoinks it up. Oh, and there, well, there's a 4. That's too funny. Too funny. Let's come back over here. We got 10 seconds to the break, so we are going to take, I am going to take just a couple minute break. Get a bio. Get water. My water jug right there. And I'm actually going to have water. And then I'm probably going to get another beer as well, because, you know, Hisgar. It's you. All right, I will see you guys in just a couple minutes. We're going to take a break, and I'll be right back. All right, we're back at it. Let's register into here. And that table should be up in just 1 second. So it's this one here. We're just getting this one. So we're going to replace this. No, that's the same picture. It's this one. There we go. Now we're going to change this top to black because it's starting, and we have lots of history with this guy. So as an aside, this guy right here has played 2,800 tournaments, and he's down about $1,000. Just as an aside, just random conversation. All right, we're off. Be back in a bit. Yeah, for sure. Just turned it back on, so we're Hisgar. We're back at it. Excuse me. We're just gonna fold a lot of hands here, I think. All right, we got 26 people in this tournament. There's gonna be a lot of people in this tournament. There's 26 people in this tournament. Let's update our sheet here, our spreadsheet. And I do track a large variety of information on the backside of playing, and I don't mind sharing if you guys want to know what it is that I track. Just ask, right? And why I track it. But I mean, obviously I track the buy-in, I track the title so I know, and what the results, like what the payout is. I also track where I finish in the tournament as best as I possibly can. What's happening over here? So put up the 3 here so you can see. We are, and it's this one. We're still tracking this one because this is our. Can't do that. This is the one that we're really playing for. This is the kicker. So I had a huge, big ass win this past week. It's important to not get too caught up in what some of the buy-ins are, what some of the prizes are. It's about the journey. It's about the process. Stevens, that's why he's down a whole bunch. Let's come over to this tournament here. So you can see that it cost me 55 cents to buy into this tournament, and if I make it into the top 20, I'll get a $3.30 ticket, which, as it turns out, this $3.30 ticket is the exact amount of price to play this tournament. So I'm actually playing in this tournament for 55 cents because I won a ticket over here. So the 55-cent ticket, I'm going to win a ticket here, ideally, and I'm going to play in this one, and ideally I'm going to win a $22 ticket, and then with that $22 ticket, I'm going to play for $35,000 tomorrow. Guaranteed prize pool, $35,000 tomorrow. This is interesting here. Yeah, same. Ooh. Oh, black card. Yeah, chop it up. So I had a big win this past week. As it turns out, July 4th is an important day. Not that that's matters to Canadians, but July 4th is an important day to our American cousins. I played a tournament for 33 cents, the same way that this was 55. I bought into this one for 33 cents, and I got a $2.20 tournament. Oops, I got the wrong window up. That's going to make it more difficult. I paid a 55-cent tournament, won a $2.20 ticket. An hour later, after the tournament was over, let's say, I played that $2.20 ticket in the same way I got into this one for $2.20. into this one for $2.20. And I made it into day 2. That's important because if you make it into day 2, you're automatically guaranteed into the money. So that's why that's so important. So I bought in for 33 cents, and if I had went out of the 523 people that were in there, if I had went out in 500th place, I would have made $4. The fact that I bought in for 33 cents and I got $4 is pretty good, right? That's not bad. That's 10 times your money. Right? That's a pretty good return on your investment. But I kept playing and playing and playing that same tournament. Oh, by the way, it's July 4th is when that the 33-cent tournament occurred, and when the $220 tournament occurred. Day 2 started 13 days later. I totally forgot about it. Wasn't really paying too close attention to it, but like, what the hell? And then all of a sudden it just showed up. It popped up on my screen. I took that 33 cents and I chopped for first and second. Now, I don't advocate for ever taking a chop. I think my play is a little bit better than that, and I can play it out. But for 33 cents, I thought the payout was well worth the chop. So going forward, I would not take a chop. But in that instance, I needed a chop, and I took the chop. 32. Really? So I chunked it all. I chopped it up. So that 33 cent, this is the kicker. The 33 cent tournament netted me, that's a good one. Netted me $869. 33 cents turned into $869. That's not bad for 33 cents, right? That's a pretty good return on investment. 2,800% on your investment. Or thereabouts. I didn't do the exact math. Oh, is that Cap? I think that was a guy. I gotta look at that. I think that was who paid it off. Yeah, it was. Ooh. Having 11 bigs is certainly helpful here, so we like that for sure. Oops. We're going to come back to that one. We are way over here. It's going to be really, really tough for us to fold. Like, I just can't see one scenario where we're folding this hand. But we are going to put pressure on this guy for limping in with his 1 bigs. So this guy has 3 outs to hit, or some sort of running draw. He only has the 10 now, 3 outs. And we got all of his chips. We'll take those chips gladly. We'll put them to good use, I promise you. So we got 14.7 in this tournament, 14.7 bigs. We have 4 minutes. 4 minutes to make the cutoff here. 20, you're going to get a $3.30 ticket. We're not folding here. You get us. Well, we are 0 chance we're folding this. Okay, so we, yeah, I don't know. We're still in this one. Here. We got 3 minutes. 3 minutes to go. Let's see how many. I said we're going to get about 60 people in this tournament. We currently had 50. There's 50 people in this tournament. So we got a little ways to go still. Oh, that's a good fold. Yay. Can't be results oriented. 8-4 offsuit is not a good hand, so you got to fold that.
So much power.
We are in 11th place, so we're not great, but we will be chugging along here. We have 13 bigs, 10,000 chips. So we have 16,000 chips, and it's 13 bigs. So if we were to bust, rebuy into it, we get about 8 bigs. So it's not very good at that point. But we really need this 330 ticket. So we'll try and be respectful and mindful of our chips, but we are cognizant, we are aware. You know what I'm saying? This one. What's it? What do we got over here? Got to be mindful. Got to be respectful of your chips. You never know what can happen, right? As I said, in that 33-cent tournament, I had a handful of playable hands throughout the tournament. Literally a handful. All I could do was just fold, fold, fold. This is a shitty hand, right? Can't play this. And the thing is that people are just betting 2-bet, 2-bet, 2-bet every single time. Doesn't matter what they have, just 2-bet. Probably going to go broke on this one because there's zero chance we can fold this. We did make a bubble jump, so that's good. We're just going to call. I guess we're not going to call now. Small blind, big blind, limp under gun, and then he calls it. And then he's going to be tough, right? So this is what we don't want to see on this, but we can't fold our hand. So this guy should have a shitty ace at some point. They probably both have a shitty ace at this point. My, they both checked on the ace? The deuce? Yeah, see, there it is. And you can't go anywhere with it. It just is what it is, right? All right, so we go out in 220 people. Go out in 29th place. We made 40 cents and 15 was a bounty. So 40 cost us 22 to get in. We made just short of double our money in this tournament. That's a good thing. And Caps, of course, had it. If he had played his hand a little bit better, we could have won that because we need him to raise out the other guy. So we just got 2 tables going on. This is our big tournament. This is the one that we're really, really watching and paying attention to. Well, they're both important, I guess, at this point. Let's come back over here. I'm 15th out of 42. 15 out of 42. Sub here is 63. There's 36 in the Sunday feeder up here still. Right, we just can't fold here, right? And these guys are just put to the test. This is the only guy that could possibly call here, but they're both in a lot of trouble. And now he's really, it's stuck, right? He only has 2 outs to hit here, and he happened to hit 2 of them here. He can only hit this Jack of Hearts or the Jack of Spades. He can't hit the Jack of Diamonds. And so he's out. Sorry, Giovanni. He's lots of history with that guy. 16 out of 41 now, so we got to lose half the field. I'm in 12th place, as it turns out, so half the field. So I should be able to just eke in at this point. So we're not going to take any risks. Not going to take too much risk anyway. Yeah, not going to take too much risk here because this ticket is paramount. Excuse me. And then what do we have over here? Same thing. We need a $30 30 get to $22 ticket, so can't afford to go too hard here. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong one. This guy hits it. He's ahead the whole way, right? But it's a 1-outer. So we're just losing people left, right, and center now. 13 out of 35. They're just going to drop off really, really quick because they don't have any chips. This is why I say 12 bigs is a lot here. Still in 12th place. What do we have over here? Oops. Totally talking about the wrong hand as it turns out. This is a shit hand, just fold this, right? 13 out of 35. I'm going to open up how many tables do we have in this? 6 tables in this tournament. Less concerned about that. We're more concerned about the bottom guy. And Yoto. So let's see where he's at. So here's what I was just saying. It's 2-bet, 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 right? I like a raise out of this position better for a bunch of different reasons. We can't call anyway, right? It's raise or fold because we're a small stack. But you're going to put this guy is going to put incredible pressure on this guy. That's the kicker. That's the takeaway. Oops. More. It's just beeping at me. We're looking at the last guy in this tournament. He's got 2.1 bigs and he's in the small blind, so he's not going anywhere. He's out. And this is what I was just saying, right? You gotta put pressure on these guys. The fact that he flops it is pretty good. So he's gone. So now we're down to 35. This is a fairly decent hand. We're just trying to get through this guy. If this guy raises us, then we can't go anywhere with this. We're not folding this. If this guy raises, then we're going to fold our hand. But if he folds to us, then we'll call it. Just try to limp in here for one. What do we got over here? We got a pocket eights. We are going to raise this. So he should be jamming this now. All right, we're back over here. We're not going to fold our A7 here. This is going to be the same scenario. Series going to come in. Can we make it through 9 people with 5 bigs? I doubt it. We got to take a shot here. This is a shit hand. Don't do this. Rihanna, welcome in. Hello, sweetie. How are you doing today? Playing poker, our good friend Hisgar, a little bit higher up, asked us to stream. So we streamed for about 45 minutes now. He hung in here for about 50 minutes and then left. We're actually trying to... This tournament is really big for us because of this. We're in for 55 cents. We're trying to get this $20 or 20, get a 330 ticket. That 330 ticket is what we use to buy into this one. And we need this $30 ticket to get a $22 ticket for tomorrow. So I can play for 35,000 bucks. So I will be streaming. Well, I will be streaming tomorrow, but I certainly will be lurking in the girls' stream. Given the love and all the stuff that I do on Astrolane stream. Let's give it a show this one. Get out of the way of this one, and then Rihanna. Go check out both of those young wonderful peoples. They. Rihanna, are you still streaming? I haven't seen you stream in a bit. Hasn't come up on my feed in some time. Not that there's anything wrong with that, of course. Just I haven't noticed it. I haven't seen. So she's working on streaming. She's she streams well. Don't get me wrong. This could be a problem. We got 5.6 bigs, and we have the best hand traded in no limit hold'em. So there's zero chance I can fold. No matter what happens. Sorry, Hisgar. Or sorry, who cares? I can't fold here.
It looks fast just sitting still, and the number one word to use to describe it is sexy. The incomparable Mercedes-Benz.
Yay!
Right now we have prepaid
Yay!
in-stock GLC coupe.
Full double up. So that's good because now we're going to get a $3.20 ticket, which is huge. That's awesome. I am only here for a short time today. I'm only streaming for this tournament specifically. Mrs. Frostmage and I have a social event, social calendar event, an hour and a half. This tournament should be fairly close to being done by then. So we might be a little bit late to it, but it's just a barbecue in the backyard. Friend's birthday, things like that. So they know that I'm playing it. So Mrs. Frostmage actually should be home in just a couple of minutes. Cheers, big ears. Cheers. So the fact that we're sitting out in the barbecue, or sitting in the backyard at the barbecue, that just means you gotta get your pre-drink on, right? So, Anna, you know what sound that is. I think she was the one that actually clipped that for me. It's awesome. I love it. I don't think he has this hand here at all, but we are not going to call this off. So we'll just fold it. Not until we get this ticket, because this ticket will buy us into this one. There's no way he has a queen. So we just keep going on, around and around and around. Oops. And this is a marathon, by the way. We are currently in the fourth level. Just started. It goes until the end of level 12. And we have to get down to 30 people. So we got a little bit of ways to go here. That's what I'm saying. This is a crap hand. Don't play this hand. Contrary to popular belief, Mrs. Frostmage and I talk about this hand all the time. This is shit. Don't play that hand. Maybe if I was over here, I might play that position. Like, play the King 10, but I would never go and play it up front here. Ellie Max Food. What are you thinking about? Chunking your 0.4 here. Not folding here. Yeah, you're not folding for 0.4. Hit 3 outs here. 3 outs. And he hits the 3 outs. What are you, right? Can't fold there. All right, so let's come over here because this is important. This is a fold, right? Because I'm 7th out of 24th, and only 20 make the money. I can just fold my way into the tournament. Right? Doesn't matter whether I place first or 20th. Both pay the same amount. That's the part that's really important to pay attention to. I would have hit that, but outside of that. What do we have over here? Oh shit, that's me that's got that. Oops. Let me go find my table. Sorry about that. Got moved and there we go. This is a folding hand. Just get out of the way. Nothing to think too hard about. Ace 4, even though we're on the button, we're not going to take that risk. And this guy specifically wakes up with a hand out. So just fold, 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 fold. We are looking at the low stack in this tournament, though. Got 2.5 bigs, so there's a lot of wiggle room between 2.5, which is the lowest chip stack, and right here. Hey, just killing some time. 40 more minutes with profession stuff while I check with my sister. Yes, I did a bunch of auction house stuff this morning. Just made up a bunch of feasts and food and things like that. Those are things I sell. Without, I can't call that, but yeah, I'm just doing this one. Figured you'd look at my stream while I did, and then I need to get ready to leave for the night. Been a couple weeks at least. It's, I see you every week, right? So I don't think it's that, but any lurks that you give, any time you spend hanging out with me is appreciated. It's loved. Thank you for sharing your time. Right? Yeah. And for all fairness, as I said, it's going to be a short stream today. Hisgar asked me to stream this tournament so he can watch along a little bit. Oh, it's Mrs. Frostmage. Hello, Mrs. Frostmage. Just talking to Rihanna and the crowd. Hi, Rihanna. Mrs. Frostmage is so awesome, isn't she? So I'm just streaming this tournament. That's it. As soon as this tournament is over, Mrs. Frostmage and I got to get ready. We got to, like you, Rihanna, we got social event tonight. We got to head out for a hot night on the town. Oh, this is going to be a rough one. Pocket Kings and the small blind is going to be tough to fold. We will be raising this up, but we expect this guy to give lots of action. And if we go broke here, then we go broke. That's just the way it is. If he has pocket aces or he hits an ace, that's just the way it is. We're not folding pocket kings. We are not good enough to do that. Daniel Negreanu is arguably the top 5% of poker players on the planet, and he's only folded pocket kings 4 times pre-flop. So now you're going to 3 out. Yeah, so we get a full double up on that. Yay! Negreanu's folded pocket kings 4 times pre-flop. Twice, the other guy showed him pocket aces, which is the best created hand in Hold'em. Pocket kings is the second best. And then twice, he's been shown an inferior hand. So if arguably the guy that's in the top 5% of the planet on poker is 50-50 with his folding his pocket kings, maybe we should be a little bit more generous on ourselves. I did. The one time I've been able to get to that in time. This is a huge, right? This is a monster hand. This puts us into 7th out of 41. There's a long ways to go here, but that puts us in a good position for this. We really want this 30. We really want this $22 ticket. We have to place top 30. There's only 42 people left, so that's going to double up before we're done here. Let's come back to our other table here, because we're just down to the 2. That's all we're doing is just playing these 2 tournaments. This one, we're 8th out of 23, and 20 make a ticket here, right? Where's Philippa? Oh, Philippa's on the other table. Philippa has 2 bigs, and we got 4. We're in 11th place, and we have 4.5 bigs, so it's just easy fold here, right? Too funny if this guy did this. We get it. We understand. I'm going to run the timeout for this guy a little bit. But we are just going to fold. This is not good enough to do that. Yeah, you can see that we're losing to the Queen 8, and this guy has Ace 8, so that's even worse. This guy's just jamming Ace here.
#1 place to save on groceries. Save $2.20 per pound on a fresh medium ground beef value pack. Now only $2.97 per pound at Walmart.
So we're just making note of this guy. He jammed with our Ace 10 when we had kings, and he paid us off. And then he just jammed Ace 8 against this other guy's King Queen. So this guy was behind the whole way. He didn't have to call it off, but because he does this, I think getting out of the way is a much better, stronger hand there. Okay, let's come back to our other table here. We only have, as I said, this is low time here, right? This tournament's going to be over within the next 5 minutes. We're 13 out of 22. We have 3.3 bigs. Sorry, you just fold, right? Philippa. Oh no, sorry. There's only 21 people now. Philippa has 1.1, and the guy that has 20, that's in 21st place, he has less than 1 big. So he's got a hit here in the next 2 hands. This tournament's going to be over in the next 2 or 3 hands for sure. And we need this $3.30 ticket to buy into this tournament if we need. So this time he doesn't have an ace, right? It's not ace king. It's not a big ace because he jams big aces here. This is like 7s, 8s, 9s, something like that. All right, and as I said, this tournament is now over. We placed 13th out of 21, so we're going to mark that down. 63 people, 13. We won a $3.30 ticket. 17. Right. Let's come over to our other table here. This is our last table. For Rihanna's stream, for my individual stream, it's been a couple of weeks. It's definitely been on. You've definitely been on Aster Lynn's stream each week. Yes, that is correct. Aster Lynn has like an all-female squad, an all-female team that she puts together, and then they just run keys, right? They keys and socialize and have lots of beverages, and then if they don't have enough females that are wanting to play, then they do marbles and they take hacks like me. Hello, Mrs. Frostmage.
Hi, baby.
There's Rihanna right there saying hello, right back at you.
Hi, Rihanna.
You can see her arm like right here. You want to come back and show your arm again? Your arm is like right here. There she is. That's the first time she's ever been on screen. Yeah, it's. Oops, where's my table here? Where's my table? This is it. This is the only table we have going on. Excuse me. This is the only table I have going on. The only tournament we're going to be playing today. As soon as this tournament's over, I'm going to end the stream, and Mrs. Frostmage and I are going to get ready.
Go melt outside.
Go melt outside, she says. So Rihanna's from Florida.
It's hot. We're
So
not.
it's humid and it's hot. We, on the other hand, are not used to the heat that's here. Let me just looking it up real quick here. I live in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, by the way. Calgary weather right now feels like 29 degrees. What is 29?
32 up there.
It's 32 degrees, she says. Okay, 32 times 2 is 64. So that's like more than 100. It's like 104 probably, 105. Something like that. It's hot. And it's a dry heat though. If it was humid and it was that,
I wouldn't go outside.
we wouldn't go outside. She said, we wouldn't go outside. We would absolutely bake. Like, we would boil. If
I
it
wouldn't
was,
be able to breathe.
yeah. You'd have a shower. So I used to live in Portland, Oregon, and sometimes it got fairly hot. I would go, like, have a shower in the morning, go out, and within 3 minutes, I would feel like I had to have another shower. It's just so humid. Rihanna, I'm not sure how you do it, but good for you, Mr. Rihanna. We have a dry heat here, so. I used to, before Mrs. Frostmage, I used to date a young woman from like Seattle area. Basically, she was American or Canadian, but Vancouver. She loved it out there because her hair was. She had it set up because she lived like it. She came out here and it's dry as a popcorn fart. It's just so hot, and dry, and oh, it's good. Mrs. Frostmage on the flip side goes to visit. Ooh, come on, no. Oh. Mrs. Frostmage goes out to visit friends on Vancouver Island, and she gets the reverse of it because it's so dry here. She has her products and does her hair and whatnot. She goes out there and it's so humid, her hair just like this big. It's awesome. Can we afford to fold our ace king? No, we cannot. I'm not that good. Yeah. So now we need 6 outs and we hit it. Now we avoid 5 outs. We do. We get all these much needed chips. That's important. That's good. We like that. This will shoot us up the ranks a little bit. This actually puts us in first position in this tournament, which is a good spot. This is where we want to be. Yeah, you always want to be at first, right? But we have a lot of tournament to go. We're still halfway through the tournament. First out of 58. 30 win a ticket here, right? So we've got a long ways to go. This is not a very good hand, by the way. Don't play this. This is not very good. And especially because we're out of position, but we're going to try and take a flyer. If this guy raises at all, we're just going to fold this hand. So we've whiffed this. We're just going to check. Cheers, Anna. Does your sister play WoW? I don't know. Oh, we need a queen here. We have 3 peer outs for the queen. Any queen that's not a spade is good for us. I don't think it's going to get this far, but neither one of these guys should have an ace in there. Certainly not this guy. Because he would raise any sort of ace that's in his hand, right? And he's in position. There's 0 chance this guy has an ace. Yeah, 0 chance this guy has an ace here. And nor do I think he has a 2-3. But we are not going to risk this for that. We would have to have hit some sort of piece on this. Right? Sometimes you know that they're lying sacks of poop. In this case, he's a lying sack of poop. Right? But can't take that risk. We're not going to give up our first place position in this tournament. But, oops, what's going on over here? Just round and round we go. What's happening over here? Oh yeah, Rihanna's playing on the auction house, she said. Or no, not on the auction house, she's doing profession stuff. I still need to take a shot at the mega dungeon. Yeah, party! Yeah, it is. Yeah, for sure. Wait, Friday nights are your social night. This is Saturday. You got 2 social nights tonight? Or this weekend? Wow. This social calendar filling up, going all crazy. Yeah, this is it. We're just going around and around. Got a lot of history with this guy here. Let's see what we have. He's just let's see it. He's just a regular player. I don't have too much notes on the guy. I can probably look him up. I do want to look up this guy here. Let's see what this says. Party Poker, yeah. OEBAR. All right. So this guy has played about 2,500 tournaments. We're going to make a note of this because this is indicative of our thought process. So we're just watching him play this tournament. Never played with this guy before. No assessment, no anything about the guy. But I have drawn to some conclusions about him already. And so now we're just using another source to confirm what we already observed, right? What is it? It's not confirmation bias, but we're just using like anecdotal. We're seeing this guy play this way and we know he plays this way. Now I'm going to actually go to a website, look up this guy's name specifically, and I find out that he has played 25 has him at 2.5k tourneys, and he's down so he's played 2,500. He's played 2,500 tournaments, and he's down $5,600. So a lot of weak play going on there, right? And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. He's got lots and lots of gamble. We don't criticize when he hits. We want him to hit, right? Because we want him to do the same thing over and over and over again. Uh-oh. Rihanna says, I'll have a shot just for you tonight, Miss and Mrs. Frostmage. Oh, no. Rihanna says she's going to have a shot just for you.
Tito's?
So we actually went to the store yesterday and asked about a Tito's. And $65 for this big-ass bottle of Tito's. I said, is that a good price? And she looks at, hell, that's a good price. So she went running down the aisle in the liquor store looking for the Tito's. I'm like, it's right here. Just grab the bottle. I didn't realize that we just bought this one. We got lots of vodka. We drank. I drank all the Tito's the other day. Sorry about that. So now we have essentially two full bottles. This is awesome.
You should always have two bottles.
We should always have two bottles of vodka. She says. So, yes. Rihanna, Mrs. Frostmage wants to know if you're going to have Tito's. That's a question. Mr. Frostmage, I'm sure plenty of people will be drinking PBR. Yes. PBR, the beer of the working class. Did I say working class? I meant middle class. Rihanna says it's 82 degrees, feels like 88, with a 75% humidity. That's like swimming. Oh my god, that is so hot just even thinking about it. Good for you. Ugh. It's even getting worse here, Mrs. Frostmage. Rihanna says during the week, this week, it was over 100 degrees Fahrenheit. That's as hot as it is right now. More or less, it's about as hot as it is right now where I live, with 90 to 100% humidity. She's just shaking her head right away. Nope. You want to melt into a puddle? It's really bad when I go between my car and the office and back again. Yeah, and you just feel it cling to your skin, your body. You're like, oh my god, what just happened? Yes, I've never experienced it as bad as that, Rihanna. So I'm not envious of you. But the flip side is we live in Canada, so we get some cold weather here sometimes. You got to take it all with a grain of salt, as it were. All right, let's come back to our hand here, our table. We are just entering halfway period. We're just going to fold this. We can play it, but we're just going to fold it. We're in the halfway period of this tournament of the rebuy. Excuse me. We're second out of 61. 31 get a ticket here, so just keep doing what we're doing. Trudge along. Get out of the way. Avoid some tight spots, as it were. We don't want to play too many tricky spots. So it's just lots of folds here, right? We don't care if we place first or if we place 30th. What we care about is getting a $22 ticket. That's the only thing that matters. That tournament, I'm actually going to open it up here just so you can see it. It's this tournament here that we're looking to play in. It starts in 21 hours, so it's 9 o'clock in the morning. Is that right? No, it starts at 1 o'clock. No, it starts at noon tomorrow. But I have to play at 9 o'clock tomorrow. So Rihanna, I will be on in the morning. I'll be on. I don't know if I'm going to be streaming at 9 o'clock in the morning, but I might stream at 9, which is 11 for you. No, 10 for you. But I've got some other tournaments I've got to play in the morning. But this one starts at 1 o'clock for you, 12 o'clock for me. And I've got to make it into day 2. Right, so this is a play on Sunday, and then it finishes up on Monday. First place is paying $9,800. This is going to drop dramatically. I would expect first place and second place to be about $3,500. And because of the bounties, that's what this is. This is a bounty tournament. Because of the bounties, if you make it this far, first prize will probably be about $4,000 more than, so about $7,500. Might be about $12,000 for first and $7,500 for second place when it's all said and done because of bounties. But this first and second, this is be about $3,500 a piece. Rihanna's sister, she does. She's working on profession stuff for her Horde tunes right now. Very nice, very nice. She means Horde. She didn't switch over in Canada like you did. Alliance are her alts that only sometimes gets played. So I did go back over to my my Alliance tune as well. Let's take, just take a flyer on this. He raised a 2. I was in the big blind. Just call off 1 just to see it. It's we can afford because of this chip stack, but not too much. I want to continue to work on my tank. I think I think my mage is. I don't want to go much further. I don't want to play my mage too often anymore. Not until there's been a significant change, development.
We transform economy air travel into an actually enjoyable experience. Airlines gets you where you're going in style with a warm welcome.
We're targeting this, by the way. We're not targeting this. We're targeting this. 13.5.
In-flight entertainment on our jets and all our
We need a 4. We need a 5. Yeah. I was looking for something else there. Well, that's unusual to limp ace king there, but anyway. Yeah, I was absolutely enjoying playing my tank. I got accepted into a ton of keys, like insta queue. There's like no waiting. I don't think I'm absolutely terrible at tanking, although I still need to work on some of the rotations and things like that. Make sure I got the right talent built. So again, for me, it's still a lot to learn on that. But I've got a little bit of work to do with it. Rihanna says, "I'll be sure they use Tito's in the shot." Yeah. Mrs. Frostmate just laughed with it. When I first started streaming, I think this was like a little bit disconcerting for her, right? Because I sit over here in this area and I play this video game and I play a stream and do what I do, and she sits over there and she's doing her thing and whatnot. And then when I start speaking, she's turning, what do you say? Are you talking to me? What? And this kind of went on for not too long, but she's like, "Oh, you're just not talking to me." And now she just ignores me altogether unless I say something to her specifically. So every once in a while, she just randomly gives a chuckle, which cracks me up, which means she is paying attention. We probably could have taken that down there, but it's about 7. You can't wear shorts in your office, so it's a super hot walk, and I have to keep my fan on me all day. Yes, I believe you. I believe you. Let's run an ad. I'll be right back here. I am listening. I am, as Fraser Crane would say, I'm listening. And I only say that because I started rewatching it. And you know what? Fraser is a spin-off from Cheers in the 80s. And I never really watched a lot of Fraser because I was a kid and didn't understand a lot of the jokes and subtle nuances. But that's a funny show. Like, they deserve to win way more awards than they actually did. Anyway, commercial, ad, right back. After these messages, rawr, we'll be right back. I don't know if people will know that, Mrs. Frostmage.
On Saturday morning.
I know you and I know that, but not everyone would know that. Unless it was like on American television. Was it ABC that did that? It wasn't CBC.
No, that was the
Mrs. Frostmage is saying that, but that was the cartoon channel. After these messages, rawr, we'll be right back. I don't know. We were kids. We didn't pay attention to that stuff. But I know it wasn't CBC. For sure it wasn't CBC. You know what I used to watch on CBC when I was a kid? Quirks and Quirks and Quarks. Quirks and Quarks? With Bob McDonald. It's a geeky science show. I'm fairly sure that Carl Sagan used to be the host of that program. Of course, Carl Sagan passed away in the 80s, but it's about asking scientists 3 or 4 questions about some really scientific-y type stuff, right? And it was awesome. I loved it. That's part of the reason why I'm a science person that I am, and logic and things like that. And then, so 20 years later, 30 years later, or 20 years later, something like that, when my son was born, I actually took him to the University of Calgary because they were filming an episode. What's it called? Quirks and Bites, maybe. That's what it is. Let's look it up. Quirks and Quarks. Yeah, I did have it right. Quirks and Quarks. Scientific. What does it say here? And it is still Bob McDonald. Shut the front door. He's still hosting this show. Original release 1975 to present. I used to watch this guy when I was in elementary school. Quirks and Quarks is an award-winning weekly radio science program, also heard around the world via its weekly podcast. For nearly 40 years, it's brought its listeners to the cutting edge of scientific inquiry. Hosted by Bob McDonald, the program presents the people behind the latest discoveries in the physical and natural sciences, from the smallest subatomic particle to the largest objects in the sky, and everything in between. It also examines the political, social, environmental, and ethical implications of new developments in science and technology. Either way, Carl Sagan used to do something similar to that, and this is the Canadian version of it. But I remember watching this guy when I was a kid. So if this thing's been out since 1975, so it's probably another 10 years past that I started watching it. And I recall watching Bob McDonald, which is why I pulled that guy's name out of nowhere, right? So he's been on this show for at least 30 years. That's some longevity in one job. Wow. We're still on this one tournament here. Let me bring it over. Yeah, we're still in this one tournament. We're on level 8. There's 7-minute levels, so we got another 20. We got another 30 minutes or so before rebuys are over. 16 out of 61. Should expect to see another. We have the best hand created ever in No Limit Hold'em, Mrs. Frostmage. Really need him to give a big push here. Try to put 14 in there. He might just fold out. I hope he has 2 pair. That'd be great.
Yeah, Broadway.
No, I have a pocket ace. He has queen 10, and I trap the guy in again. He gives me another full double up, so we appreciate that. Did I get Broadway? No.
Well, I didn't hear your.
Well, I have pocket aces, and so this guy raises to 2, and our villain here raises to 3, and then I raised from the big blind to 14. The guy that min raises to 2 just gets out of the way right away, and our other guy, he can't help himself. So he raises. Yeah, hit to win. Yeah, but I already know he doesn't have that, because as I said 15 minutes ago or whatever that was, he likes to gamble it up. And when I looked him up on SharkScope, he's played 2,500 tournaments, and he's down $5.6 thousand. What's that?
Shit. That pays a bill.
Mrs. Frostmage said, "Oh shit." Well, so the guy's got gamble. How about this one? Who cares? He asked me about this. So I looked up another guy yesterday on this, or a couple days ago. The guy has played 15,000 tournaments, and he's down $60,000. Mrs. Frostmaze just turned her head and go, what? Now, who cares? Understands this stuff. And right away, he says, over what period of time? Because if he's down $60,000 over 10 years, right?
That's still a lot of money.
Quarter
It's
Airlines, we
Wait. I get it.
we
But
transform
I
economy
looked at
into an actually
over what period of time is that guy down $60,000?
Quarter Airlines
Just less than 2 years.
with a warm welcome.
And there it is. And who cares that that guy is losing $60,000 a year playing poker. Yes! That's the guys that we love. That's who we want to play. Rihanna says, oh good, when I'm messing with my Horde alts, I'll hitch up. Yes, okay. I'm hoping to get my Horde Hunter through the Mythic Weekly. She's low though, so nothing big. Again, I'll see what I can do to get around tomorrow.
We're not going to be open.
I know, but I have poker at 9 o'clock in the morning. I have poker all day tomorrow, so it's difficult for me to play poker and to play WoW at the same time. I've tried it before, and it's really, really bad. So, but she and I are Mr. Ray and Rihanna are out of their social event tonight, so they can't play tonight.
Oh.
You're hoping to get your hunter through. She's low on nothing big. Okay. Mr. A is the same with me. He sits next to me unless he's practicing. He ignores when I talk. Yeah, exactly. I get it. Your 40 minutes got to be pretty close. So again, Rihanna, thank you for sharing your time with me. If you have to leave, I get it. It's go take care of business. This should be about another hour or so before this tournament's over. We've got our social event in an hour from now, so let's play it till it's done. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to go to the little boy's room, and I only have a little bit of beverage left, so I'm going to get another one. I'll be right back. 3 minutes or less. Right back. right, sports fans, we're back at it here. Just a couple of seconds. Mrs. Frostmage and I are just discussing and trying to work out logistically what the plan is for tonight. I was thinking that we would just, because we have 2 vehicles, right? My car and she has her car. We would take one vehicle over there and then Uber home. But for various reasons, I think we've kiboshed that as a solution to the problem. So we're not going to do that. I think we're going to Uber both ways. Is that where we landed? Yeah, she agrees with that. So I think that's what we're going to do. So now we can both start cracking beers at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And let me just finish this one off, and then I'm going to, well, I'm not even going to wait. Rihanna, here you go. That's the weekend. That one's for you. No points redemption needed. Could try to work on it after dinner tomorrow. We aren't going out tomorrow night. Yeah. So this past week, probably the past 2 weeks, I've actually played, just finished helping Mr. Ray load the car, going to finish a couple of professional quests, and I'm off. Have fun tonight. And ditto. And likewise. You guys have a great time. Be safe. Have fun. And I will see you bright and early tomorrow. As I said, I will be on at 9 o'clock. I will have World of Warcraft playing in the background. So come by and say hi. I may not be streaming, but I will have it going on WoW playing in the background. What was I saying with this one? Oh yeah, we don't want to take the car over there for a bunch of various reasons. So we're just going to have a socialize it. And this is the great thing about lurking, right? Just come in, leave a, like, if you like what you see, hit the like button. And if you don't like what you see, hit the like button anyway. What's the worst thing that's going to happen? Right? Win-win all the way around. So make that happen. I will upload the poker to my YouTube channel. It is down below. It's, where is it? Maybe it's over here. No, I actually have to turn this one down. Where is it? Yeah, it should be over here. I have a YouTube channel where I upload all of my my poker shenanigans. This thing will be uploaded there this afternoon. And then I also have an Instagram account. And it's just all food that I've cooked. It's all things that I've made. I have, probably will do this afternoon while we're at our social. But I've got 3 things I got to put up there. I made Mrs. Frostmage just some leftover, some fresh pasta, leftover salsa we had, and she really enjoys it. And it's just something that's quick and easy to like. Oh, excuse me. Just a little. Excuse me. Little saliva right there. Choked on my own spit. That's what she said. Excuse me. Cooking the pasta it takes 8 minutes to cook the pasta. It's by far and away the longest part of that dinner. It's something that I can quick and easy make up for. So I took a bunch of pictures and I just haven't uploaded them. And that was her beer. And then she requests that I make her salsa once a week. She likes eating pace picante or pace salsa. And once I started making homemade salsa, I just can't go back to it. Just can't do it. So the trade-off is that I don't let, put quotes, air quotes in there, I don't let her buy pace. But the trade-off is that I have to make salsa for her once a week. Right? She's shaking her head, yes, but she's saying, be careful. Be careful about what?
The verbiage.
Well, that's
what
why.
happens when you tell me I can't do something?
That's why I went like this. I used the air quotes. It's okay.
Can't do that. Fuck you. And she did it.
That's what she said. Don't tell me I can't do that. Fuck you. I'm gonna do it. And she just did. She cracks me up. So that's the trade-off. I make salsa once a week. We go through a fair amount of Roma tomatoes. We get like I think there's 12 or 13 tomatoes in like a clamshell. So big, right? Which is a good price, relatively speaking. But our friend Lori planted a garden a couple months ago. She gave us our first. Hold on.
Here's a reason to celebrate. Tim's new dream cookies are here. Dig into soft.
Mrs. Frostmage goes out with Lori every Thursday, and she just gave us a part of her bumper crop of Roma tomatoes. Look at these bad boys. These are ones that Lori grew all by herself. So I'm gonna make not tomorrow, probably tomorrow. I'm gonna make a fresh salsa out of these ones. But I'm looking at what happened there? I'm looking at. All right, so this is going to be a tough hand here. Pocket sevens versus this fishy player. Do I put some sort of pressure on this guy? I can take the guy out. He can't hurt me a whole lot. We want him to jam here, because that's what he does. We need to hit here. We missed, so now he doesn't have an ace here. He doesn't have an ace here. But we can't call off that. It's more likely it's a 6-4, 4-6, or something like that. That's why I was saying you gotta play really strategically. You have to play cautiously. It's easy for me to call this guy off. I'm sure that I have the best hand here, but you can't take that risk. He's got 35 bigs and I got 50. So if I called him off and I lost, I would only have 15. I'm 4th out of 60 people right now. 30 get a ticket, and we have another like 20 minutes to go. Right? So it's just better just to fold, get out of the way. Don't need to take a risk here. This is the same sort of thing. He doesn't need to bet like that for this guy, but he doesn't have that. Yeah, there it is, right? He doesn't have that. So now he's lost lost about 20 bigs there. And we like it. It's okay. It's great. It's fantastic. We never want to tap the glass, is the saying, right? So I haven't played World of Warcraft like in all seriousness. I'm trying to play poker more during the day, and yay! So it's got to be pretty close. This guy's getting pounded here. He's got lots of gamble to him. This is all in, by the way. He's going to jam this 2.2. Unfortunately, we have seven deuce, the worst hand in poker. Oh, he folded that. Holy smokes! It doesn't matter. We can't call this no matter what happens. It's gonna be tough for him to make it here. Oh, what was that? Got a hiccup? Let's see what we have over here, shall we? Oh my god, my 7 deuce gets through. I won with 7 deuce. Woo! I would have to show that up normally for the 7 deuce game, right? That's a game that people play. If you win with 7 deuce, then everyone at the table pays you a set amount of dollars. The fact that he gave a walk here, yeah, that doesn't happen. What is this one? I have a Sunday party ticket, 3:30 feeder ticket. That's not this one. This is a carnival, and I have a carnival ticket, which is this one that we're in right now. So I can use that ticket as a backup to this if need, but I don't think I'm going to have to buy into this one. I'm going to win this $22 ticket. The $22 ticket one starts in 17 hours from now. So 12, so it's 9. So I think it starts at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. 18 hours. Yeah, so it starts at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, this exact same tournament. So I'll play this one at 9 o'clock tomorrow. So what I was talking about. And that will play as a backup into this tournament. This $22 ticket starts tomorrow at noon. Let's check my records here. $35,000. There's the ticket here. There's 32 in this tournament. So 32 people are playing this tournament tomorrow. They're currently registered into it. They paid their $22 or whatever it is, or they've won their way into it. We really just want to use as much time as possible, so this guy can't rebuy into it. We got a lot of tournament tickets, by the way. A lot of tournament tickets. Cheers, big ears. What do we got over there? What are you listening to?
Adrian sends me shit.
Oh, okay.
So I just listened to 2 things he just sent, and it could be any like.
Very strange. This guy's just trying to make a lot of moves to try to move up and have a big stack going into, so he can just coast. But it's a marathon, not a sprint. You don't need to just give it all up right away. So I just kept calling him down, wait, call him down and hit it. So he gives me two double ups, which is awesome. Now he's out of the tournament. He's got no money. In fact, he's actually left the tournament. We are currently 5th out of 62 with, 17 minutes left in rebuy this tournament. 17 minutes left to rebuy in this tournament. And he's out. 17 minutes left to rebuy in this tournament. We'll probably get another 20, probably 30 people, 20 people in the last minute or two of level 12. So what's that? It puts us about 80 plus people. $150 time. Oh no, it's 3. It's 3, right? $3. So we need 50 people times 3 is 150.
If I redeem 50,000 points, I'll get $65 off. That's an extra $15 in value.
They're looking for another 100 people in this tournament. It's about 100 people more to break even. I don't think we're going to get that, but we should get probably another 30 would be my guess. So we should finish about 100 people and 30 get a ticket, right? We don't need to take a lot of risk. That's it. This is what we're not this guy. Early on in the tournament, you're going to go lots of ups and downs, a lot of ins and outs, but you can play cautious. You don't have to take a lot of risk. Just get out of the way. They're Lion SOPs. SOSs? No, that's it. SOPs, Lion Sacks of Poop. SOPs. The Lion SOPs, you can just get out of the way. You don't need to take a lot of risk here. It doesn't matter what they have. But this is what happens. Now the guy's gone. Which is what we want, right? I have 3 different... Ooh, look at that bad boy. I'd have to look here, but this is different than the last hand, right? The last hand he jammed all in, and this one he didn't jam all in. In both times, he actually has position, so it's a little bit off that he does that. We'll take a little bit of a risk here because of this more than anything else. So this guy's kind of done this before with his limp with his ace king, so we're just going to check it to him. I think an 8 would be the best card here. I'm not sure that our hand is going to be good here. Oh, he's got king queen, so I guess it is good. It's the ace king that he threw off before. He doesn't have it. I didn't think my ace was going to be good. Where are we over here? Right, we're just putting a little bit of pressure, over and over and over and over again. I'm in 6th out of 60th place. 30 make the money. We got a lot of time here. We got another 14 minutes to go. We just entered into 11. We'll just get out of the way. I don't like getting out of the way, but we'll get out of the way there. We're not getting out of the way of this one. We have ace 9. It's a shit hand. Don't play these type of hands. But we do have position against. This is the only guy that we're ultimately worried about. If Pierre jams, we're going to do it. Mim finds a hand. Push. But there's only 6 of us here, so we ace 9 6-handed, and 3 of those guys have folded. We have a good position. Let's keep pushing here a little bit. 5th out of 61, climbing the ranks slowly but surely. Just a little bit of time, It's a marathon, not a sprint. We got over here. This is getting pretty close. I said this tournament would be about 4 o'clock. I think that's when this tournament will be done, and our social starts at 4 o'clock. So we'll probably be there about 4:30. Mrs. Frostmage, yeah, we'll be there about 4:30. Just round and round we go. Just keep trudging along, pew-pewing stuff. All right, so what are we looking at here? We have 6-7 with a jam. Just get out of the way. This is nothing. Can't play that. Can't play that cheese. We just don't have nearly enough chips to have a gamble in us to do that. Same thing here. This is just, we'll just get out of the way. Yeah, the little dog is snoring. I do actually have to go over and water my plant. Got two basil plants. Did she turn you because she stopped petting her? What a shithead. She does that to me, right? The dog sleeps on my side of the bed because I'm less floppy than Mrs. Frostmage is. And so she sleeps at my side, and Mrs. Frostmage gets up in the morning, dog does her thing, hangs out with her, and then she comes over to me. Shit. Let's get some more up here. GD.
You're fine, little dog.
So every time she stops petting her, the dog's like, what the hell? I'm not done with you.
Yeah, you get the little look.
The la look. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's like I'm trying. Come on now.
Gotta crush your candies.
Yeah, we just need to get dropped off at 7-Eleven now, right?
Yeah. You think we can make it across the street by ourselves?
Why do you get lost?
Yes, we can probably walk across the street. Maybe we should text Pete and see if he can come pick us up.
It's gonna be so baked right now.
I understand, but it's like literally across the street.
Oh, picks up from there.
Mhm.
I thought you meant for his hustling. Get us something.
No.
Probably been smoking weed.
Our friends, as I said, are having it's a birthday party today. So Pete and Aaron. Aaron is my hockey wife, as it were. She and I go to a lot of hockey games together because Mrs. Frostmage can't always make it and doesn't want to go. But Aaron sent me a text, I think on that Friday. That was before COVID, right? She says, God, I'm sick as a dog. I just can't do it. But let's go Flames. Gotta watch the at least stay up tonight to watch the Flames game. I'm sick. Couldn't go into work today. And so a couple hours, like 5 o'clock or so, Mrs. Frostmage says, I can't go to the hockey game tonight. So I text Aaron and say, hey, I got tickets. You want to go? She says, I'll meet you there in 15 minutes. She was sick. She skipped out of work, but she still went to the hockey game with me. It's awesome. What is this? All right, so we have ace 9. It's not a very good hand. It's essentially a min bet. If this guy jams, we kind of have to give it up. We have to hit to win here. But again, it's playing cautious. Our hand is too good not to bet. Ace 3, unsuited under the gun, is just a shit hand. Don't play that. So just fold it. We have 8 minutes left until the rebuy period, and then we'll change the tabletop to a blue. We got a little bit of time left. We are 8th out of 60th. We have another 5 minutes, and then we're going to see this number fill up. We should get about, we're at 118 people bought in. We should get to about 150-ish. This number should go up to about 100, so we expect about another 40 people or so. We have an ace 10 offsuit in the small blind. So we're really depending what's going to happen over here. We're not folding this. But we are going to put some pressure on this guy. And I have some history with this guy. This person we played yesterday against. I'd never heard of this guy, but I recognize the name. This is what happens when you play the same people over and over and over again. Pocket 9s is too good. We are just going to call this to see what happens here. We really need to flop a set. Yes. If there's no set, no flop, no drop. We need a 9. If we don't hit a 9, we're just going to get out of the way. This guy should lead again. Right? People lead with their ace, king, ace, queen, ace, jack, of which he hits all of that. So with pocket 9s, if we don't hit the 9, we're in trouble. So we just get out of the way. Here's another good hand, ace 9. We are in the cutoff, so this is a good hand for us. If this guy raises, we'll just fold it out. Probably should just fold this out anyway, but if it gets to us, we'll make a 2.2 bet again and put pressure on these guys. The question is, what happens if the guy jams? If this guy jams, we'll just call it off. That's fine. He just doesn't know, right? He doesn't know what we have. So this is why we just lead for 1 at this point. Because we would lead with kings, an ace, a jack, anything. But he's got so few chips to call. This is why you can't play that. It's raise or fold for him. It's not a call. And the fact that we hit trips with our 9 high kicker, it doesn't matter. Does he have ace king, ace queen, ace jack? Mrs. Frostmage, does he ever have ace king, ace queen, ace jack here?
Yeah.
No, because you would raise those hands pre-flop because he has so few chips. Right? That's why And she says right away, no, he doesn't have that. That's why I lead just for one big, for exactly those reasons. I don't expect him to have an ace at all. We would need him to come along here. Oops, what's this one? What's this? But we would lead with just one bet against him with our full range. And he's thinking, I'm a lion SOP, lion sack of poop. But he doesn't have even a jack to call it off, which is what we're targeting. Be even better if this guy has ace jack and he flops it. What? Which means we'd be drawing dead, but just keep charging along. We have a, all right, we got 4:20. 4 minutes and 20 seconds left in this tournament. Four minutes and 20 seconds left in the tournament. I fully expect in the next 2 minutes, or once 2 minutes is gone, so it's the last 2 minutes of this tournament, this number up here is going to shoot up from 60 to about 100, 95, somewhere in that range, right? Something like that. Pierre's making a move. He doesn't have a lot of chips. He wants to be able to rebuy into this tournament. So he's going to take a shot right here, right now. See what he can do. If he can't run this up, double this up, then he will just rebuy into it. That's what I think. I like this play by Stev by just kind of running the time a little bit. Ace King versus Ace 9. It's problematic for this guy, but this is what he does. Yeah. Problematic here. And this was our observation yesterday when we played against him. A lot of gamble in the guy. I'm not sure that with 13 bigs I'd be taking that gamble there, but hey, what do I know? This is the same sort of thing. He's got 8. This has to be a big hand. It's not worth it for us to call off. We can take a shot against this guy, but we don't need to take a shot. Just protect your chips. Protecting your chips is paramount here. 7 deuce. 7 deuce suited in the big blind, or sorry, the small blind. This is not gonna. Not gonna get a walk here. This is the same sort of thing. This is worse than before because at least I think we have 7 deuce. Let's get out of the way. Jack 4 suited on the button. Again, it's push, push, push. We just have minutes. I expect to see this number to start going up here. We have 2 minutes left in this tournament. This is our only tournament, by the way. This is the only one we're streaming today. As soon as this tournament's done, I'm gonna go get ready. Mrs. Frostmage is actually just looking up to see how much an Uber is from here to there. Uh-oh, Ace King. Can't fold for 2 now. What's going to happen here with Pierre? Is he going to jam that? If he's going to jam, this is the hand he has to jam. We would call... Yeah, we would call this off. This is the one to question about. What hand does he have to jam that? He should lead for all in. What hand does he have? He's on a flush draw and he doesn't lead out here? No, that doesn't make sense. He's got... No, we should be good here. Yeah, we should... Yeah, exactly. Yay! My read is right. We should be good there. But we put incredible pressure on this guy. I'm going to try and run the timeout just a little bit more. This is a folding hand for sure, but there's only 40 seconds left. We don't want to let these guys be able to jam and call off. Oh. Why? Why do I need to turn the music up? Mrs. Frostmage? Why? A6 suited here. Well, there it is, right? So now for sure we're going to wait for that time. I mean, that time is already done. It's not getting around here. We're just fold. Let's get out of the way. A6 is not good enough. We're 8 out of 68. This is a huge, huge overlay that the company has given us. I'm 8 out of 67. We're at the Carnival Mega. 147. 8 out of 73. Excellent, excellent. So Steve's kind of making his way. We are 7th out of 72 people. It just kind of jumped right at the last second here, as I said. 72 people. It's not much, but it did jump. We're not playing this. We're just going to fold and get out of the way. Lots and lots of people. We have to lose just over half of the field. I'm in 7th place. 24 people have to lose out before we do. Excuse me. Muldrin. Oh, he just lost. This guy to our left here is now the lowest chip stack at the tournament. Raise your IQ. So this guy's going to be out as well. 9 dead there. We're just dropping people like flies now. This says 7 out of 70. We're at 63 people left, so we've lost 7 people in the span of that one hand. We're at 63. F bar, free bar. We've got Jawar. Fabar's got 2.1. What you doing?
I just wanted to make sure the ice was turned on.
I did turn it on earlier on. I was hoping that you would actually be able to put 3 ice cubes on. Please. Yeah, so now we're losing more and more and more here. Mills. Thank you. Oh, that's really full enough.
You said 3.
I know. Mrs. Frostmage got me, like I filled my water up, but we didn't have any ice cubes, so I had to turn the ice maker on. And Mrs. Frostmage just went to check to make sure that we had ice. So I asked her to put 3
Yeah,
ice
5
cubes.
ice cubes.
I got 5 ice cubes?
That's it. That's all we got. There's only 2 left in there.
Okay. I have 3 ice cubes in here, but there's the ice cube right there. Like it's an 1/8 of an inch from the top. It's like millimeters from the top. See what I did there, or hear what I did there? Helped our American friends and already our Canadian friends. I gave inches and in millimeters. Alright. This is arguably the best water container I have. It is heavy as stink, but it keeps things so cold. I put the lid on this thing. This ice, like this thing will still be cold tomorrow. It's awesome. I love it. We are rifling through people really quick now. Let me just take a quick look. We have we're down to 55 people. As I said, 30 people make the money. I'm 11th out of 55. And I'm just gonna open fold ace 10 here. Open fold it. People would say, "Oh, that's too tight," blah blah. But you don't need to win. It's a marathon. You don't. It's a marathon, not a sprint. If this guy jams, what are you going to do with your ace 10? And you lose, and now you're down to like 15 bigs. So here it is, right? But it's these 2 guys to my right are the ones that are going to do the damage. He's got 20 and a half. So 20 and a half would leave me with 3 bigs if I call it and I lose. Okay? There's no reason to take a risk here. Just get out of the way. And Steve-O has this guy covered. He called off with the Queen 8 suited. he hits it. It's fine. We don't need to play against that. All right, so here's a 10 and a half big jam. This is the same sort of thing. We're 10 out of 53. We don't need to take a risk here. Just get out of the way. Oh my. All right, come on. There we go. Let's hopefully that'll help it out. Nope. Jeez Louise. What do we got over here? Same thing, 5-3. We're 11 out of 52. Just get out of the way. 14 bigs. We're certainly not calling this off. 51 people. We Mega somewhere or another. Megalodonk. That's a great name. I like that one. Megalodonk. Not sure why he called that off there, but whatever. Toughest, we see him over here. He's got 41 bigs, 42 bigs total. Hello. Hello. How are you? Hi. It's my little dog. She's saying hello to me. Hi. I've done that before. I'm not going to do that right now. But, oh, I see what's going on here. She smells the tomatoes in the bag. What a shithead. Because she eats the tomatoes, right? She eats a lot of our food, a lot of our scraps. So we eat a lot of celery and carrots and tomatoes and things like that. So we feed her those things. Now, don't get me wrong. Dogs don't do a lot of hunting of carrots and tomatoes and celery in the wild, but we should lose another one. Demetrix, he's out, so we're losing another one. There's 7-7. We got Ace Queen versus Angie Baby. We got a lot of history with that person as well. Ty, thank you, bye bye. Got a lot of history there as well. There's a lot. We play against a lot of these people. Holy smokes! Holy shnikes, as it were. We are 17 out of 47. 30 make the money, right? It's just a fold here. Ace 9, offsuit, just a fold. Just get out of the way. What happens if thank you, bye bye jams there? Right? Can't call it off. So this is a point where Who Cares and I talk about you should seriously be thinking about folding pocket aces in this type of a format. Right? If you can get into the top 30, so that's only 17 people away and they're dropping like flies. If you can get into the top 30 with 17 bigs, then you should seriously think about folding, because people will call off, like they'll raise with their ace king suited, ace queen suited, king queen suited, all those sort of 8-9 suited type, not 8-9, those suited hands, and if they hit their 6-outer twice against you, you would be out or decimated, right? So you should absolutely give some consideration of a folding. Now, that be that as it may, I have never knowingly folded pocket aces pre-flop. Ever. Even after I made that comment, that caveat, I have been in that situation. I did get pocket aces. I probably should have folded, but I said there is zero chance I'm doing that. I am not that good. If you're not going to play pocket aces, what hand are you going to play? Right? Ripped it in there, and it turns out I won. But that's besides the point. That doesn't change the logic of the argument. This is one of those ones where I should push against this guy. In fact, I am going to push against him. 6.4 with our 6-3 offsuit. We have 6-3 offsuit, Mrs. Frostmage.
You're not going to play an ace 9, but you're playing
It's because the guy only has 6.3 bigs. If he calls and loses, he's out of the tournament.
Right.
That's why I'm doing it. And he knows. Like, he knows that's what's happening. He's saying, you're a lying sack of poop, but I cannot take that risk. Because he wants this $22 ticket as well. He thinks, or is hoping, that his 4.7 bigs is going to lead him around, is going to get him through the group. Oh, there's Philippa. She doubles up a second time. Philippa was the lowest chip stack, and now she's at 19. Good for her. All right, so Stev here raises 2.5, sorry. This is just an easy get out of the way for us. This is a good raise, by the way. You should do this. Thank you, Stev and myself. We should all be doing 2.2 against these two guys. Right? Pierre comes back and comes over the top. So Sanko is just going to get out of the way for sure. What are you taking for? Stev is probably going to call off here. And now you're just gambling for 3 bigs, right? Stev should be calling here. But Pierre should have a big hand. He's got ace queen versus ace 7. Yeah, exactly. Stev hits a 7. We're just avoiding a queen, and Pierre is out. Right? This is what I did the exact same thing with my 6-3. Oh, here we are with ace 10 suited on the button. So now we're going to do the same thing. But thank you, bye-bye is on there. Neo Cray jams 17.6 bigs. We're easy fold here, right? There's no thinking about this. We'll just take a minute or two because I have to go to the bathroom. I'm gonna have to just sit out here. It's an easy fold. A lot of people can't do this. So sidebar about, well, we would have been ahead here, right? We're avoiding 8 outs. 6, we're avoiding 10 outs. What is 9 outs? 9 outs. We're avoiding 9 outs there. And we would have held, but it doesn't matter. We don't need to hold. Just get out of the way. We're 16 out of 41. So on Monday, I play a bunch of tournaments, and I'm playing in a 33-cent tournament. I win a ticket like this one, $2.20 ticket. I play the 220 tournament. I get into day 2, and I start playing day 2. I'm already in the money. So I have in the standard, because we start the day, everyone's in the money. The standard is to just two bet. No matter what it is, you bet 2, bet 2, bet 2, and people will just fold, and you can get a lot of chips that way. So I have pocket 10s, so I make the bet to 2 the same way everyone else is. The guy to my left, who's arguably one of the shorter stacks with me, he jams, and then with someone else over on this side, they re-jam. So it's all in, and I have pocket 10s. Now, I actually fold my pocket 10s because I can't take that risk of what we're talking about. And sure enough, this guy, it's not 7-7, but the guy that was here, he has ace king, which is what is reasonable. And the guy that rejams has pocket jacks. So now I'm losing to a shit ton of cards, right? I'm only winning if I hit 2 of the outs. And I think there was on the turn, there was a 3 liner to the flush. So I would have had to hit the 2 outer on the river. That's it. And I'm not sure that even that would have worked. I probably only had a 1 outer coming into the river. Oh, so this guy should be all in, right? He bet all of it except for 1. He's going to be all in. But most people can't fold that, right? Got ace 6 versus ace king. Jam, he should be drawing almost dead here. Yep, so we're losing another one here. Lose another one. It's coming around. Where are we at here? We got 40 people even. 10 people need to lose. Yeah, I'm going to hit this way. I'm going to be right back. I'll be back in 2 minutes. I know, baby, I know.
Here she comes.
Oh, that's good. Thank you, sweetie, for taking care of me. All right, sorry about that. Whew. That was a lot of beer. Okay, so we are 21 out of 39. Let me open up a couple tables because we got to find some peoples here. Mr. Brennan is he's got 3.8 bigs. Who's over here? Ludsey is actually all in with 3.6. Rocket Pockets. We have a lot of history with Rocket Pockets. We've seen them play a bunch of times. They just went all in as well. Okay, so Ludsey 10? Nope. Ludsey's out. Dry Rossi. Oh, we got a lot of history with Dry Rossi as well. Rocket Pox is all in. Dry Rossi jams over the top. So that's a big hand. 39 people, right? We're 22 out of 39. 30 make the money. Got Ace Queen versus Ace King. King on there, we're shooting a 9. 9. Nope. So Rocket Pox holds up. Ace 10 over Ace Queen. Why is Stephanie throwing shit at the hand that's ahead? The guy has 3 outs to hit. Why are you throwing shit at that guy? What do we got over here? We got Pocket 8s versus Ace King. Pocket 8s holds up. We're just rifling through people now. The tables are just all over the place. I don't think I have time for one more beer, but maybe I might have to do it. Mrs. Frostmage might have to do one more beer. What do you think? You want to do one more? You could probably do about 4 more before I can finish my one. Yeah, it's not a brag. It's just truth.
Big change, but I think I'm just gonna put a hat on and wear this. It's hot out there. We'll shower when we get home.
What are you talking about? I'm gonna shower before I go. Because I just... Wow! She just shook up my beer. What the hell? You don't want to know what I'm gonna shake up in her face later on. We got Pocket Kings versus Ace Queen. Thank you. Bye-bye. Jams here and Stev calls, so we're out. 35 people. I'm 20th out of 35 now. We're losing people. We're rifling through people. Here's 7788 that we just talked about a couple minutes ago. We gotta lose 5 people. Let's see who's in here. Mr. Brennan has got 3.5. Ollie Nuts. Oily. It's probably Oily Nuts, right? That makes sense. Oily Nuts. Where is Oily Nuts? And the guy right above him is Your Face. Oily Nuts, Your Face. Cracks me up. Crack me up. I get a walk. We'll take 9-10 suited. I'll take a walk. Brirenna 009 is all in. 9.5 bigs. Drosy, he's going to fold here as well. 35. Total Recall 84. Did Recall come out? Total Recall come out then? Let's take a look. We're just going to fold our Queen 6. We're not going to take a shot here. This one. Oh, it came out in 1990. Really? Okay, well, I'm not sure why this guy has Total Recall 84. It's a bit odd. Whatever. Whatevs. We're gonna let these two guys have it out. There's no reason for us to defend Ace Deuce on the button. If we raise the 2 and they jam, what are we going to do? We have to fold, right? So we'll just get out of the way. Okay, so just running it around here. We're seeing where we're at. 34 people left. Oily Nuts still at the lost spot. Oily Nuts is the guy's name, yeah. His moniker, his nom de plume, as it were. Nom de plume, that sounds French, right? So that means alias. Is it Latin? It could be Latin. I don't think so. Nom de plume. Nom sur père. It's a lot of French going on there. That pen name is what it means. Nom de plume. It's pen name. Literary double. Gotta love Google. Just look that shit up. All right, so let's briefly talk about. Oh, hurry up, stuff. So we've lost another one here. It's important. A lot of people, a lot of discussion is pushing that everything that you need for an education. Oh, here we are. Pocket Jacks. Pocket Jacks is going to be problematic. Let's see what Stev does here. We're not going to fold this, but we are going to raise it. This is one of those ones we're going to raise. And if they jam, we'll debate whether we call it off or not. But we just want to put pressure on these two guys right here. Cat pick may or may not. He's out of position, but if 7-7-8-8 jams and the other two guys fold, we would call it off against him. Now we're just looking at Holy Monk 666 and Cat pick, trying to get through these two guys. But they're in the same situation. They don't know what we would be doing this with. They're just trying to run it out. We got 34 people left. We lose 4 people. We're in the money. So they're not going to take too much risk, I don't think, here. They're going to just give it up. Holy Monk is going to be a debate here. 11.8, and we have 13.3. If he jams and we call and lose, we would have 1.8 bigs. Do that? No, we'll just take down the blinds right away. Okay, that's a good call. Mrs. Frostmage says right away, I hate jacks. Well, I'm not gonna lie, I would take jacks every single hand for the rest of my career and still be ahead and still make money with them. Because you're ahead of so many other hands, right? Anyway, okay, so we got 34 out of, we're 19th place out of 34. 30 make the money, so we got to lose 4 more people. Oily Nuts, your face. Those are 2 different people. They are at the bottom. Oily Nuts, your face. Mrs. Frostmage and I were just, I'll troll her this yesterday, but I'm going to drop this one today. We got this social in like 6 minutes that we're supposed to be at. But I'm going to drop this later on today. They're old like us, old like me. We grew up listening to tapes and CDs and things like that. So I'm going to ask their daughter if they have any tape. Her dad needs some tape. What? What do you need tape for? I'm going to tape my dick to his forehead so he can see these nuts. Oh, fuck, it cracked me up just thinking about it. Mrs. Frostmage just slowly turned her head to the left to look at me. What the hell is wrong with you? And she's giving a subtle...
What I usually say.
What? Now, I'm not going to lie, she says that a lot, so the fact she does it this one time is not too much, but she just kind of... I say that a lot about you. And yet, I still let her touch me in my bathing suit area whenever she wants. She just give it. Usually I say I let her touch her in her bathing suit area, but let is not the right term, she says. So I have to turn that around. I let her touch me in my bathing suit areas whenever she wants. And she does. No, I won't say that. We're a family stream here. Here? No, we're not a family stream here. Fuck that. Kids, don't listen. You don't want to know what your parents do when they're When you hear those screams from your mom and she's screaming out, "Oh God," you don't want to know what she's asking for. Don't go in. Don't walk in on your parents and say, "Mom, are you okay?" Don't say that. Speaking from experience, don't do that. Gross is right. All right, we got a 5-minute break. Let's take a really quick break here. We will be back. We are only playing one tournament. This is the only one we're in. We're on the cusp. We are in the bubble up here. We're 14 out of 34. We don't care if we place first or 30th. We just need to finish in the top 30. 30 people are getting a ticket for a $22 ticket. The $22 tournament starts in 20 hours from now. So 12 hours is 4 o'clock in the morning, and another 6 is 10 o'clock in the morning. Well, there it is right there. It tells you right there. It starts at noon tomorrow. Mountain Standard Time, Mountain Daylight Time. So that's it. We're playing in a 2-day tournament, and we have to make it through into day 2 of tomorrow's event. Right now, first and second place are paying $9,800, just short of 10 grand, and there'll probably be another 10 grand on top of that. No, back up. First place will probably be about $3,500, and about 6 grand on top of that for bounties and shit like that. So first prize is going to be about $10,000 tomorrow. So that's what we're looking for. That's what we're playing for. But you have to make it into day 2. So let's take a couple minute break. I'm going to go kiss Mrs. Frostmage and then come back and start drinking up this beer. And I might even be tempted to take a shot of Tito's in honor of Rihanna, because she's awesome. She always takes great care of us. All right, back at it. Sorry about that. Holy smokes, I just turned around. Mrs. Frostmage and I are just talking about beverages and how we're going to manage getting those things there, yada, yada, yada. And I turned around and sure enough, like, shit, my tournament's going to be just about back on. And it was. Oh, we got a walk with 5-3 offsuit. We'll take it. All right, 14 out of 34. 30 make the money. We're just ripping it up still. We really need this buy-in. We really are looking for it. Oily Nuts jumps up from 34th to 22nd, so obviously he got a huge double up somewhere along the way. I did not see how he played out there. You got Oily Nuts all over your face. Your face is now, that's the guy's name, by the way. Oily Nuts, and your face is bottom. Ollie Wolf, and your face is out with his 3-8 offsuit versus Kings. All right, so we're down to 33 now. We got to lose 3 people. It's Oily Nuts is, no, that's not the wrong one. What the hell? Don't want Oily Nuts anymore. We want Total Recall 84. Total Recall 84 has got 3.5 bigs, and here we have 5-3 offsuit again. So 7-7-8-8 bets for the 5. Steven calls it. We're just going to fold out of the way, right? I mean, no matter what happens, 7-7-8-8 is going to jam here for his 1 remaining big. Stev is going to call off. There's no folding. No matter what Bomber Star does here, there's no folding. Steven is not going to fold that. 3.5 bigs. After calling that off, it's a razor fold. So he's just looking to ISO here. 7 stuck. And Stev has to call with his 5s versus his jacks. As it turns out, we would have hit Saskatchewan straight, so that's a good fold on our part. And that's a big double up for 7. We are currently 12th out of 33. Total Recall still has 3.5. Mr. Brennan, where is Mr. Brennan? He's got 4. Those 2 guys are on the same table. Mr. Brennan has 5 bigs. He is in the big blind. Bomb Star is the 3rd lowest stack at this in this tournament, so there's still a lot of play going on here. You need to not hit. You need to avoid whatever landmines those guys are in. Just fold. Just get out of the way. That's what we're doing. That's what we're looking for. That's how we're rolling today. So Stev is just 2. I think this is a fantastic play. If I had more chips, I think this is the right move to do. I would encourage that. This one moves. You know, that whole time apparently had balloons going on in the background. I wasn't even paying attention, and I'm glad there was a really level. All right, we've got Mr. Brennan, the lowest person in the tournament, is now all in with 2.9. Tango folds it off. 777 is thinking, or 7788 is thinking about it. Uh, 13 out of 33 left. 13th place out of 33. We 30 make the money, right? So it's just a lot of fold. Don't need to take too much risk here. Just as an aside, this tournament is a 2-day tournament, right? So it starts tomorrow at noon, and you have to make it into day 2.
Bring your chip stack with you. Or you get a new stack.
You bring your chip stack with you. So on Monday I did the same sort of thing.
So you don't want to just get...
Yeah, you don't want to just limp in there. You want to have a stack going into it. But all things being considered, right? On Monday I did the same. It's here as well. Got beat up pretty hard on that one. On Monday I started day 2 in 100 and what did I say? 104th out of 523, something like that. Look it up again. The 14th, is that what it was? No, it was the 17th. I started 104th out of 523. Right, so I started with just less than 1 million people into that. Or sorry, 1 million chips into the tournament, and I arguably had 5 playable hands the whole tournament. I just sat and folded every freaking hand that I had because you can't play. It's just no good. And one of those hands that I played was those pocket 10s I just said, right? Everyone raises to 2, which is the standard raise, so I raised a 2 with my pocket 10s. This guy where 7 was sitting, he raised all in. This guy over here where Holy Monk is, he re-raised all in. It came back to me. I had to fold my pocket 10s. This guy had ace king. This guy had pocket jacks. I'm like, yay! Right? Because it is what it is. You got to do that sometimes. So this would be the same sort of thing. But the takeaway is that 33-cent tournament that I rolled into, this is the same sort of thing. You have to make it into day 2. So I'll play at noon tomorrow. I'll probably play for about 5 hours-ish, 4 hours tomorrow to get into day 2. And then I'll come back on Monday, ideally coming back into Monday, in the money, and we'll just play it out. But I took that 33 cents and I turned it into 860, 68 bucks, 69 bucks. We want to do the same thing here. I played a 55-cent tournament earlier on today. I won a ticket. I won a $3.30 ticket, which is this, which I then turned into this tournament that we're playing for right now, that we're going to turn into a $22 ticket, and we're going to take that $22 ticket tomorrow and turn that into $9,000 on Monday. Mrs. Frostmage just said, yeah. She's going to let me touch her in all the dirty spots when I show up with that on Monday. She just laughed. No response, just, that's what you think. Nope, I'm going to do the dirty things to you. She's shaking her head. Yeah, she knows. Anyway. Where are we at over here? We're 14th out of 33rd. Super important to, right? 14 out of 33rd. Super important to respect your chips. Don't just piss them off. Just don't piss them away because you took a bad beat somewhere along the way. Don't get me wrong, I've also done that a bunch of times. This is not that case. It's really important that you make it in 2. 777's taking a lot of time. He's trying to tank to give the opportunity for other people to fold out. And the fact that we have 9 deuce, we're okay that he does that. Who's this? Stev's got 24 bigs. He's going to go to 2.2. Doesn't matter. We can't call. Oh, he gives us another walk. We love this guy. I don't care what anyone says. Stev is awesome. Waka. All right, so this is now problematic. A lot of people can't get away from this hand. We have ace-king offsuit in the small blind. But this is the same sort of thing. If anyone raises, we're going to have to fold. If it gets back to us, we will raise and put bomber star all in, but we would not fold. Right? So we're just going to min raise 2.2 with ace-king. If he jams against us, we are not folding. So it just is what it is. He's got 3.7 bigs. We would have to call 1.6 or something, 1.5. We're not folding for that. And it just is what it is. Right? And he folds, so we'll take it down. As it turns out, we would have whiffed on all of that, but he can't afford to take that risk, and we can. Right? This is the subtle nuances of understanding tournament poker. If we take a shot and miss against a smaller stack, it's okay, we lose some chips. But if they take a shot and miss, they're out of the tournament. Right? We're currently 9th out of 33rd. Right? Neo takes a big bet there. He doesn't have to raise all in to get the damage. To do that. It's only against this guy, Stev. You can bet 2.2 against Stev. We can do the same thing, right? We have 9-10 suited. We could take that shot against these guys. We're just going to let these guys hammer it out. We're not going to take that risk. 7-7-8-8 has got 6.1. That'd be half of our stack. There's no reason to take that risk. Now we have Ace-10 offsuit. This is the same thing. If Neo gets it through and Stev passes it on, then we're going to go broke with this. Just 2.2, put incredible pressure on these two guys. Cat pick, if he jams here, 6.9, we might go broke with that hand. Bomber Star is the smallest stack in this tournament, by the way. Yeah, so we get that through for the same reason, right? They just don't want to take that risk. They don't want to do Jack-9 offsuit, especially with Neo here. This is an easy fold. Let these guys piss it out. We're 9 out of 33, 30 make the money. Bomber Star is the lowest chip stack with 1.3 bigs. Let's find Dr. Cisneros? Dr. Cisneros? I think that's his name. Let's go find out where he's at. We have Ace Queen offsuit under the gun. The problem is now these two guys are right here. We want these guys first. We're going to open fold our Ace Queen offsuit. The question is, do you have the wherewithal to do that? Again, you seriously, Mrs. Frostmage, would you fold Ace Queen offsuit under the gun?
Yes.
She would say yes, but I think it's because she knows that that's the right answer. But the reality is,
it's your...
I'm currently Ace Queen is losing his hand in poker. The chip stack is really paramount to this, right? If we had like 50 bigs, this is a no-brainer. Right? We're never folding that under the gun with 50 bigs, but we have 11 bigs. And we can put pressure on these four guys, but it's these two. If they jam, what do we do with our Ace Queen? We were 6 out of 33 when we folded our Ace Queen. Now we're 8 out of 33. It's just a fold. Fold. So Neo Cray is jamming. Stev. Oh, Stev comes over the top and goes 6. So this is an easy fold for our point. And these two guys are the chip leaders at our table. So if we need one of these guys to go broke, Neo just snap folds it. Doesn't even bat an eye. We are down to 31 players now. 31. 30 make the money. Bomber Star is the smallest chip stack in this tournament. He's got 1.1. Is coming into the big blind the very next hand. We're just waiting for this table to pause while other tables complete the third hand. One more hand, he's going to be the big blind. And he's going to, yeah, he's all in. We have pocket jacks in the small blind against Bomber Star. Let's go find out where Dr. Cicero is. Berena has 1.8. The question is, what are we doing with our pocket jacks here? What are we going to do with our pocket jacks against some of these guys? We called it off. I mean, this is not a very good play by Stev, by the way, but we'll just play it out the way it is. We need a queen here. Queen on the river is going to be good. Nine. So we finish it off, right? So he luck sucks and hits the 9 on the river for trips. So our Jax holds up. We finish in 8th out of 30th place. So that's awesome. Good for us. Yay! No, that's not true. I finished in 12th place out of this, and we win a $22 ticket. That's huge for us. All right, boys and girls, that's it. Mrs. Frostmage and I, we are heading out of here. We have a social that started 20 minutes ago. I am going to get cleaned up a little bit. Look at me. How can I clean up more than this? And then we may or may not be back later on tonight. You guys have a great night. Thank you for hanging out. Let's finish off on a high note. $22. We'll see you guys here bright and early at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, where we play that $22 tournament. And no, that's at noon tomorrow. And we're going to turn that into day 2. Day 2, we're going to make a huge push for that first place prize. Cheers, Biggers.